Hey y'all, let's make some picnic fried chicken plus a couple of sides to go with it. Let's go! First up, the coleslaw. I've got 3 cups of slaw mix, which is just shredded cabbage and carrots. Add half a cup of mayo, a tablespoon of white vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. The sugar is going to balance out that sourness of the vinegar and mayo. And half a tablespoon of celery salt. Mix everything together well, then cover and refrigerate a few hours before serving for a cool and creamy taste. Next, we have our buttermilk biscuits. I have 1½ cups of flour, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup of cold butter, which I found that grating frozen butter will help form that crumbly consistency. Once you've mixed in your butter and formed those crumbles, add 1 cup of cold buttermilk and mix for a soft dough consistency. You can use an electric mixer, but I find that mixing by hand works better because you don't want to overmix your dough. Refrigerate your dough for a minimum of 30 minutes. Now, let's roll out our dough to make biscuits. Sprinkle flour onto a clean surface and rolling pin to prevent the dough from sticking when you're working with it. Again, make sure the dough is cold and roll it out to the thickness of your liking, or about 1 inch thick for a fluffy texture. Cut out rounds to form a biscuit shape. I'm just using a limrid from my magic bullet. Use what you got, right? Line a baking sheet with parchment paper and spray a little bit of cooking oil. Use a brush to evenly coat the parchment paper. Lay out your biscuit rounds 1 inch apart and brush oil with melted butter on top for a nice, slightly crispy and golden brown finish. Bake your biscuits at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 to 12 minutes. Last, the fried chicken. I like my fried chicken spicy and crispy. First, I'm using about 4 to 5 chicken drumsticks and adding half a cup of your favorite hot or buffalo sauce, 2 tablespoons of chili powder or cayenne pepper. This part you can adjust based on your spice preference. Half a tablespoon of black pepper and a tablespoon of salt. Y'all, protect your hands and eyes and wear gloves when you mix. Trust me. Cover and refrigerate the marinade for about 3 to 5 hours. For the batter, add 3 whole eggs, 8 ounces of club soda, 1 cup of flour, and a teaspoon of salt. Whisk well and set aside. For the seasoning flour, add 2 cups of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of dried basil, a 1/4 teaspoon of dried oregano, half a tablespoon of dried thyme, half a tablespoon of dried mustard, a tablespoon of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of paprika, and 2 tablespoons of garlic pepper. Use a whisk to mix well and keep aside. After about 3 to 5 hours of marinating your chicken, we're ready to prepare the drumsticks. First, coat each chicken leg with plain flour, followed by drenching into the wet batter, and then into the seasoning flour. Make sure to shake excess flour and batter between each dipping. Repeat these steps until all of your chicken drumsticks are coated. Heat up frying oil on medium heat for about 20 minutes. Fry 3 to 4 drumsticks at a time and do not overfill the pot. This is going to lower the oil temperature. For drumsticks, fry for about 15 to 16 minutes or when the internal temperature of your chicken is 165 Fahrenheit. Carefully remove the chicken from the pot and use a rack to drain any excess oil. Between each fry batch, use a skimmer to clean the oil or you'll end up with a burnt taste. Repeat until you've fried all of your chicken. And here's what it looks like, y'all. I used my air fryer to make frozen seasoned French fries as another side. Let's take a bite. Creamy coleslaw, soft biscuit with butter and honey on top, and your perfect crispy fried chicken. What a perfect picnic-style menu. Don't you think? Enjoy! Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, cook with love, live to eat, and enjoy. Until next time, Ayubowan.